The goal for today is I would like to put the ceiling material up in this part of the trailer where I install the fan, just so I can encapsulate the foam and just basically finish up this area. I could put the trim ring in, hide the wire and all that good stuff. It's raining. I don't know if you guys can see it's raining. So what I did was I used my John Deere with the drawbar attachment to back the trailer up under the little awning here where I work and stuff. That way it could be dry. See, it's back right under the edge. It can't go under because when I put the lift kit on, well, the lift kit, but I did the spring over axle lift, so it definitely can't get in here. This is the material I'm gonna use. There's some leftover material from when we were doing some work in the house. And if you want to see me move faster with this trailer, as far as, well, for those just starting to follow me, what I'm doing with this trailer is I want to maintain the utility function of the trailer, basically being able to haul my mowers and stuff. However, from about that line right there, I'm gonna put a little counter, a little sink, storage and so forth. And I want to be able to use the trailer to camp in, and also, again, to still maintain some of the utility function of the trailer. That way I'll get dual use out of one piece of equipment. If you want to see me move faster, like I said, in the link of this video, I've never done this before. I'm going to put funding sources in there. So if you want to help out, you want to donate to the cause and see this move a little bit faster, like I said, and I'll try to put all the steps I do. I'm gonna put 2 windows in it, of course. Maybe some form of heating. I'm not too big on the AC part because, again, I'm gonna have the windows in. I already installed the vent with the little fan on there. I'm gonna put some lighting in, and maybe some source of shore power, but we'll see. But again, if you want to donate to the cause, there'll be some links in the description of this video. All right, I just measured these beams. I measured both sides just to be sure. And of course, other than, I guess, here to here, but you can't really get to anything back there. And of course, from this one forward, all the other ones are more or less 22 center. So I could cut the width 22, or just slightly smaller, because I would rather them be a little bit too short, too narrow than too wide, because it'll push the other one off center. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my, basically it's like a veneer. I'm gonna measure that out and cut it. I'm gonna get the approximate measurements for this, so I could just rough it, and we'll go from there. I was gonna use pop rivets, but my rivets are too short. They won't be able to go through the ceiling material into the metal sufficient enough, so I'm gonna use self-tapping screws. It's gonna be covered with trim anyway, so you know, it don't really make a difference there. I just measured the width also. No, not the width. As far as side to side, and it is 80 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my 22 on both ends, just to make sure, because I can't remember if this thing is squared. I know that end was rough cut. So I'm gonna get my 80 and 22. All right, the overall shape is marked out. So now I'm gonna get a rough measurement to where the cutout for the fan is. And the reason I'm doing just the center part where the fan is, because that's gonna be the most difficult. part. The rest of it is just cutting and sticking it up there. The wiring for the light and stuff, I could just snake that in. That's no big issues. Or I could just run the lights. As a matter of fact, I could just put the panels up once I get some more insulation, and all my lighting can be on the sides, like adjustable lights. Yeah, I think that'll work. That way all my wiring is gonna be along the sides. And I want all my lights to be 12 volt. I want 12 volt outlets with USBs, like the regular 12 volt cigarette lighter style outlets, some USBs, and I want one 110 outlet up front, and maybe two in the rear, like one on each side back here, because I'm planning on putting fold down bunks back here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I got my rough measurements. I wrote it up there. So once I get the wood up and secure it, I can use those measurements to get the cutout for the trim ring. Having a extra set of hands, someone to help you, will make this so much easier. I'm using a ladder and a piece of wood to hold it up while I get some screws on. Just trying to show you each step as I'm doing it. All right, I got the panel up. Here it is, on center. So now I'm gonna use these numbers to cut out the opening for the trim ring. All right, I am finished with what I was doing. Let me show you what it looks like. That's it. It's insulated. This section right here is insulated, and the ceiling is up. I could use an eraser and just get rid of those pencil lines. But I wanted to do this part because this is, in my opinion, the most difficult part, because you got this cutout. Everything else is just full lengths, so there should be no issue there. But that's where we're at. I appreciate you guys watching, appreciate the support. But again, the end goal is to have something that I could camp in, but also still use as a utility trailer when needed.